The Premier League will be back in action this weekend, and for that, let's take a quick look at the matches of the Premier League Big Six this weekend. But before then, if you are coming across this video and you are a punter, like you play bet, don't be in a hurry to leave, because at the end of this video you are going to get a special quick tips to help you brighten your weekend. All you have to do is just stay till the end of the video. Having said that, let's get straight to the business while we are here, which is reviewing the matches of the Premier League Big Six this weekend. And first match of the weekend na Chelsea and West Ham against Chelsea. It's going to be played on Friday night. So looking at this game, all of us saw these two clubs, they lost their last matches, and West Ham is home now, Chelsea is away. These two clubs now, they are not in their best form. Looking at the Chelsea's last match, it wasn't what people were quite expecting. Like, they didn't play up to the standard that people were looking at them being the world champions. So, but take nothing away from Chelsea. Any day, anytime, Chelsea and West Ham are not on the same level. They are not even on the level of Crystal Palace right now. So, for this, I think Chelsea is going to get all 3 points in this game. I expect Chelsea to get all 3 points, given the kind of quality players and attackers that they have right now. So I expect nothing from Chelsea than 3 points. So I think maybe if the game becomes like too difficult anyhow, it's going to be like a 2-1 win for Chelsea. So away from that, on Saturday afternoon, first match of the day by 12:30 is Man City against Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham seems to be in their best form right now. Yes, like we all saw what happened last weekend, the way they played a weaker opponent to Burnley. They played against Burnley. So it's quite understandable how why the performance was that great. They came out a 3-0 winner of that fixture. But Manchester City as well played against Wolves last weekend, and there were 4-0 winners also. And all of us know, Burnley and Wolves, they no be the same level at all at all. Wolves, they were like miles ahead of Burnley. Burnley just came back from the relegation. So Wolves has been in the Premier League for how many seasons now? So for this, I expect it's going to be a tough one though, because we don't really know the strength of Thomas Frank against big Premier League big teams with this Tottenham Hotspur yet. But against Brentford, we have seen that he can do something. He has like, he's a very tactical manager, but I expect Pep Guardiola to edge ahead of him. So I expect a 2-1 win for Pep Guardiola in this fixture. But you never can tell. Thomas Frank might have something in his cupboard to show to Premier League and Tottenham fans as well. But I expect uh, Pep Guardiola to get all 3 points from this fixture. Then on Saturday evening is the match between Arsenal and Leeds United. This is a very easy match for Arsenal Football Club, where I don't know if it's what happened last weekend was just a tactical display that Mikel Arteta just decided to apply against Manchester United, because for me, I didn't see anything that Arsenal played last weekend. Manchester United were all over them. Despite getting all 3 points at the end of the day, it was that early goal that helped them out. But I didn't really see the performance there. But this is a very easy match for Arsenal against Leeds United, and Arsenal is even at home. So I don't expect any form of obstacle in this match from that is going to be preventing Arsenal from getting all 3 points. Leeds United just got back from relegation, so I don't really see any difficulty, or I don't really see them putting up any fight against Arsenal. I know Leeds United won their last game against was it not, yeah, I think it was against West Ham or so. They won. But come on, it's Arsenal we are talking about now, the Gunners. So I don't see them standing a chance at the Emirates Stadium. No, 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 no chance for Leeds United. It's all 3 points. Like I expect Arsenal to get a 3-0 win over Leeds United, at least a 3-0 win for Arsenal over Leeds United over the for this weekend. On Sunday is going to be Fulham against Manchester United. If Manchester United can replicate the performance we saw last weekend against Arsenal, I don't see any way or any way that they are not going to win this match against Fulham United. Despite Fulham being at home, but if they can play the same way they played against Arsenal last weekend, there is no way they won't be able to get 3 points out of this game. But we all know Manchester United. It happened last season against big teams. They always turn up. They seem to be at their best, but against smaller opponents, and you know these smaller opponents are more than the big opponents in the Premier League. Against smaller opponents, Manchester United always tend to lose their footing. I don't know why, but this is the reason why I expect um this is the reason why I expect this game to be a very tough one, because Fulham United sometimes prove very difficult and stubborn against big teams, and they are at home right now, so I expect it to be a very difficult one for Manchester United. I am like I'm seeing it as a draw, like a 1-1 draw. That's what I'm expecting. But if Manchester United can replicate their performance last weekend, they might have a chance of winning this game or getting all 3 points, like getting a 2-1 win. But normally, I'm seeing it as a 1-1 draw. Then the last match of the week is going to be played on Monday night, and it's Newcastle against Liverpool. Despite Liverpool winning their last game, one thing was obvious: that Liverpool backline has a problem and it needs to be fixed. And this Newcastle team is a very attacking team. We all know that. Last weekend they played a nil-nil draw against Aston Villa, and the reason for that nil-nil draw, I would say it's the lack of a proper centre forward. Yes, their main man, which is Alexander Isak, is out of the team, and it affected them last weekend. I don't know if they can find a way this time around, because if Isak was to be in that squad last weekend, trust me, Newcastle would have gotten all 3 points from that game. But the lack of a proper striker really cost them. I don't know what they are going to do to fix their issue between them and Alexander Isak. If they can fix that issue, I think Newcastle will be better going forward. But they have an advantage because they are at home and Liverpool is coming away. And Liverpool is not that, like their defense has is a bit shaky right now. So it's going to be a very tricky and tough match between these two sides, because they are both attacking teams, and Liverpool defense is not that balanced. I think that of Newcastle United is more stable right now, because I think the problem of this Liverpool defense is age right now. It's telling on them already. Like Virgil van Dijk is not that Virgil van Dijk that we used to know 2 or 3 seasons ago. So that's where the weakness of this Liverpool team right now is. They have a great midfield, a great attacking front line, but that midfield, that defense, there's a bit of problem right there. And for Newcastle United, that front line needs to do better than what we saw last match. So, but I'm expecting, I'm seeing this as like a draw. Yes, it's going to be difficult for both teams, and I don't expect Newcastle United to give up that easily, and I don't expect Liverpool also to do that. So it's going to be a tight and tough one. So I'm looking at it. I think it's going to be like a 2-2 draw. Yeah, a draw 2-2. They're going to share the points. So that's all the actions from the Premier League Big Six that we are expecting this weekend. Let's move over to the free tips. West Ham against Chelsea, a win for Chelsea. Arsenal against Leeds United, a win for Leeds United. Atletico Madrid against Elche, a win for Atletico Madrid. Levante Barcelona, a win for Barcelona. Real Oviedo against Real Madrid, a win for Real Madrid. AC Milan against Cremonese, a win for AC Milan. Atalanta against SC Pisa, a win for Atalanta. Juventus against Parma, a win for Juventus. Inter against Torino, a win for Inter. Marseille against Paris FC, a win for Marseille. National de Madeira versus Sporting, a win for Sporting. Benfica versus Tondela, a win for Benfica. Porto versus Casa Lisbon, a win for Porto. Braga versus Football Sad, a win for Braga. So if you count these free tips, there are 14. So I will advise you to split them into two. If you split them, you are going to have at least 5 odds each. That way you are going to have a better chance. But if you want to combine all of them, you are free, but it's better you split them into two to increase your winning chances to its maximum. Good luck, and remember, gambling is dangerous. Nothing is sure, nothing is fixed. Gamble responsibly. Stake what you can afford to lose. Thank you and good luck.